So this video was originally going to be my top 10 games of 2019, but I've decided to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to do my top 15 games of 2019 and beyond. So this is basically just kind of to stop the conversation around like what games are coming out in 2019 and they might be coming out in 2020. So I don't have to really go through that conversation like say with Death Stranding or something. We don't know if it's confirmed for 2019 yet. That'll be on the list, and any other games that like are not confirmed for 2019 but they have a possibility of coming out in 2019 are going to be on the list. So there might be a couple games that end up coming out in 2020 that are on this list, but I thought that that'll be fine. We're going to name it and beyond, so just to give myself a little bit of leeway there. And the reason I've upped it to 15 games from 10 is just because the sheer number of incredible games coming out within the next year or so is just insane. So yeah, we're going to jump into the list right here, top 15. I'm not going to go into too much details on these games because then this video will end up being like over an hour long. So I'm just going to kind of talk about them briefly and why I'm excited for them. But I'm going to give one honorable mention first, and that goes to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. That's not in the top 15, but it's pretty close. So I thought I'd give that quick shout out to that game. That still looks incredible. From Software game coming 2019. I think that's coming out in March. And without further ado, let's jump into my top 15 most anticipated games of 2019. And remember, this is my personal choice for the games that I'm most excited about. So you let me know your top 5 or top 10 or whatever you want to do in the comments below. I'll be interested to see the differences in some of these lists. So yeah, let me know in the comments and let's jump in. Alright, so coming in at number 15, the first game on the list is The Division 2. This game takes place in Washington, D.C. 7 months after the events of the first game, which I had a lot of fun with. I really did enjoy the first game. Playing through the campaign and having fun in the Dark Zone, and doing it all with friends was what made it so enjoyable. I think I streamed that game like 6.5 hours on day one, which was just a ton of fun. That's my longest stream to date. I'll be interested to see what improvements they can make as well, and whether it'll just be kind of more of the Division 1 or if there'll be a big change. And I'm hoping for a good step up in quality in terms of the game anyway. So, and that game comes out March 15th, 2019, so it's not too far away. Okay, so coming in at 14 is Wolfenstein Youngblood, a standalone sequel to Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. It takes place 19 years after that game, so after America has been liberated from the Nazi rule. The game will focus on BJ's twin daughters. That is a weird sentence. The game will focus on BJ Blazkowicz's twin daughters, who are actually going to be looking for him in the game. I believe he's missing, and you can play this. This is one of the things that really got me excited. You can play this game co-op now because there's two main characters. His twin daughters, as I said. So you can play this game solo if you want, or you can play it in co-op, which is very, very cool. I think I'm definitely going to play that in co-op, maybe with Mac or something. That should be a lot of fun. So coming in at number 13 is Resident Evil 2 Remake. So the only Resident Evil game I've actually played is Resident Evil 7. I did really enjoy that. I thought that was a super well done horror game. It was crazy. The story was wacky and fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I've heard that Resident Evil 2 is the best one. So I'm very excited to go in completely blind. I've never played this game before. From what I've seen, the game looks visually great. So yeah, I'm excited to, as I said, finally check that game out. It came out a long time ago, so the remake looks great, and I can't wait to try it out. So coming in at number 12 is Gears of War 5, or Gears 5 I think they're calling it. And I'm kind of in a similar boat as I was with Resident Evil, where I have only played the previous Gears of War, which is Gears of War 4, but I did really like that game. I know people said it wasn't the best of the lot, so that excites me maybe to try out the Ultimate Edition trilogy on Xbox One. I didn't have a 360, that's why I didn't play these games previously. I never played any of the old Halo games either until it was remastered on Xbox One and I played the Master Chief Collection. But yeah, I might try out the other games before I get into Gears 5. And Kate will be actually the main character. I did like her as a character in Gears 4, but I'm not so sure her being the main protagonist will work out. Definitely willing to give it a go, and hopefully it proves me wrong. Del, JD, and Marcus will still be in the game as well. So you're going to be looking into Kate's past, I believe. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye out to see more on that game, and excited to try it when it finally comes out. So coming in at number 11 on the list is Anthem, and I don't want to talk about this one too much because I feel like we've seen enough of it. We've talked enough about Anthem. I just want to play it and try it for myself now. The beta is going to be coming in January, I believe, if you pre-order the game. But most of the things that I've seen so far about the game have looked positive. Obviously, the influence of EA worries me a little bit. More than a little bit. That's really the only kind of thing that's like in the back of my mind when I'm thinking about if this game will be good or not. But I think BioWare will be able to succeed in making a great game here. And yeah, as I said, I don't want to talk about this. I'm just excited to try it. So now we will move into the top 10, and this is where it starts to get juicy. So kicking off the list at number 10 is a Remedy Games project called Control. So we haven't really seen much about this game at all since its announcement, but I am a big fan of Remedy games. I really liked Quantum Break, and I thought that was super underrated. I feel like that was a really good game. I think maybe like the live action TV sequences maybe threw people off, because it is kind of a strange thing to have in a video game, but I thought it worked pretty well. And I'm still yet to beat Alan Wake, but I really like the storytelling in that game, and I'm maybe 2 hours or so from the end. I really need to just get back into that game and beat it. I think this will kind of follow in Quantum Break's footsteps in terms of gameplay with the telekinesis and everything like that, but it won't have the live action scenes, and it will be similar in terms of how the game works, how the storytelling is done as well. I just feel like they won't have any of that live action thing, and they'll try and make a better story. So coming in at number 9 is the freshly announced The Outer Worlds, just recently announced at the Game Awards, from the creators of the OG Fallout and the people who made Fallout New Vegas, aka Obsidian Games. And now this is what a new Fallout game really should have looked like, I think. Not Fallout 76, this is what it should have been. It's basically Fallout in space, and the world will be huge and awesome, and I think this is just going to bury Bethesda's Fallout hopes real deep under there. So yeah, this is going to be incredible. I think it's going to be an awesome world, and I can't wait to see what it's like. It is coming in 2019, they've confirmed, so yeah, stay excited for that. Coming in at number 8 is Dying Light 2. Still not sure if this is going to come out in 2019, but I kind of get the feeling that it will. The first game really surprised me by how good it was. That was probably my biggest surprise this generation, to be honest. Like, I was not expecting the game to be that good. The gameplay was immensely fun. I thought it was just going to be another kind of generic zombie game, but it proved me wrong for sure. The parkour aspect of it really made it so much fun. In this new game, there definitely seems to be more of a focus on choices and how they shape the world. That's what I kind of got the vibe. That's what they said, pretty much. So yeah, that's gonna have more of an impact. Also, zombies are apparently like gonna be very scarce or not there at all during the day, and then at night they come out and really try and fuck you up. So that will be very interesting. I wonder how the gameplay is gonna work during the day. Are you gonna be fighting other people? I think that's how it's gonna work. So there's going to be more to it than just battling zombies, obviously. I'm very curious to see how that works out. So number 7 for me is a game that I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about at all, and that's the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan. So Man of Medan is the first installation in a series of standalone horror games in this Dark Pictures anthology thing. And it's from Supermassive Games, who are the creators of Until Dawn, which is actually one of my favorite games on PS4. I really love that game a lot. I think it's in my top 5 maybe PS4 games. I really do love that game. And obviously that's what makes me so excited for this. This game takes place on a ghost ship. where things will inevitably go to shit, and I can't wait to be there for the ride. Coming in at number 6 is Stranding, and while we've seen quite a few trailers and recently some gameplay as well, it's still hard to tell what Stranding is about. It's like, what the fuck is this, man? But I'm definitely excited to find out, that's for sure. I can't wait to see the craziness for myself firsthand. I'm not sure if this game will come out in 2019. I think this could possibly be early 2020, but apparently according to some of the actors on the game, they have said that it'll be coming out in early 2019, which I just can't believe is true. I just don't believe that at all, especially with Days Gone coming out early 2019. I don't feel like they'll want to trample on the toes of Days Gone. Hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later. I'll be definitely eagerly awaiting to find out what the fuck this game is about. Coming in at number 5 is Metro Exodus. So this maybe is a bit higher than most people will have this game on their lists, but I absolutely love the blending of the good storytelling, the tense horror-like atmospheres, and the solid FPS gunplay as well. This game comes out on February 22nd, which is the same date as Anthem, unfortunately, so hopefully they maybe bring it forward or bring it back a week or two and just kind of get out of that window so it does better in terms of sales. It's set in 2036, 2 years after the event of Metro Last Light, on a post-apocalyptic Earth that has been devastated by a nuclear war 23 years ago. You still play as Artyom as well, which is absolutely epic. I love that, man. But yeah, I'm just really excited to get back into this Russian world, man. I can't wait to see it. Coming in at number 4 is Ghost of Tsushima. And honestly, when I first saw that Sucker Punch were working on this game, I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping they were going to be working on like some sort of superhero game. But after seeing more of the game, I've actually become really excited for this game, and I'm glad that they have done this. It actually looks like what I want a current Assassin's Creed game to look like. The assassinations, the stealth sections look absolutely incredible. In terms of visuals, the game looks quite amazing as well. So it's set in it's set in 1274. You play as Jin Sakai, aka the Last Samurai, and you are fighting for the freedom of Japan. I mean, if that doesn't sound awesome, I don't know what is. Very excited for this game, and I'm really glad Sucker Punch are kind of doing something completely different now. So number 3 is Days Gone. Now this probably will be the most controversial one on the list, that I have this so high, but I have much higher expectations for this game than most people do. I just have a gut feeling about this game. I really think it's going to surprise people. I think the story is going to be a lot better than most people are anticipating. I could be wrong, and this could just be yet another generic, boring zombie game, but I'm actually pretty confident it'll be the former. Some of the zombie horde encounters look absolutely incredible as well. Like, if you saw the E3 gameplay of Days Gone, like, that shit just looks wild. And yeah, I'm very excited to try some scenarios like that out. So if you add in a good story with that kind of crazy gameplay, I think we've got a winner here, and I think it will surprise people. So yeah, let me know if you think Days Gone is going to be hot or not. I'll be interested to see everyone's opinion on that, because Days Gone is definitely dividing opinions. So number 2 is Cyberpunk 2077, and while the publishers of this game have said it is slated for a 2019 release, I have my doubts. I really do not think this game is going to come out in 2019. If it does, it's going to be late 2019, but I think it's going to be early 2020. I feel like this is going to be just such a huge world, vibrating with life, that they'll just need a little bit more time. I'm a huge fan of CD Projekt Red, and I'm actually really glad that they're trying something new. They're kind of branching out from the Witcher trilogy that they did. It would have been really easy to stick with that and just stick with what they know and make the money that they know that The Witcher will make, but they've taken a risk. They've gone with something completely different. It's very risky, but hopefully for them it is rewarding in the end, because I feel like this could be a huge hit. I think this game's going to be just absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see some more gameplay. We saw some already, early gameplay, and it looked pretty cool. So yeah, I can't wait to see more and find out when this game is gonna be in our hands. And number 1 on this list, as a surprise to absolutely nobody, is The Last of Us Part 2. That's all I have to say on that one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just very excited for this game. Last of Us is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. I actually first played it on PS4. I played the remastered version. That was the first time I ever played it, because I had sold my PS3 to get my PS4 back ages ago. I just sold my PS3 because I knew I was going to be getting the PS4 soon, and that means I didn't get to play Last of Us on PS3. But I played it, and that was actually one of the first series that I'd done on my channel, was The Last of Us. And I was playing through that game when I actually uploaded that PT video, and that series ended up doing really well in the end because of all the people coming in from the PT video. So I was really excited about all the people seeing my Last of Us playthrough. And yeah, I actually just ended up falling in love with that game, the characters. I was crying within the first 30 minutes of the game, for Christ's sake. And I'm sure this game will be no different. It looks to be even darker, to be honest, from what I've seen of the gameplay from E3. That gameplay segment looked absolutely insane. Like some of the things that Ellie was doing. I really do hope that Joel's in this game and he's not just in her mind or something like that. That would suck. I really hope that Joel is a huge part of this game still, and that you get to play as him or something like that. I'd be very disappointed if he wasn't. But yeah, it's obviously going to be tough to live up to The Last of Us, but if anyone can do it, Naughty Dog can. And I think that The Last of Us 2 is definitely going to end up being one of my favorite games of all time as well. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, please do make sure to drop a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's the best way to let me know that you are enjoying the channel. You can become a channel member as well. Buy some merch if you want to help out extra. But that is where I will love you and leave you. Let me know your lists in the comments. As I said before, I'm sure 2019 is going to be an awesome year for games, as this one was. It just seems to be getting better and better for gamers. So I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace out.